for me, it's the catalog. That night, Super Bowl night, made me realize as much as I love Chris Brown, and I really do, that's really more my era than Usher. It's just the records that Usher has.
Yes.
It's just even verses, and I never want to. That's another thing, y'all. Don't put the word verses, VSVERSUS, however you want to spell it. Don't put in the same sentence as Usher. Use any other name you want to put in a sentence with verses. Just don't use Usher
When talking about Chris Brown?
when talking about
in general.
In general,
Him in general.
just
Don't
in general.
make me say it.
Don't say it.
Say it.
I ain't gonna say it.
Go ahead, say it.
Nah,
I know
we
exactly.
ain't-
Why
we're
not?
not gonna do it.
You got so much to
I'm
say.
sitting,
Say
I'm sitting
it.
on
No.
this couch with
Say
my
it.
mans,
He
and I
about to
really,
say.
I love
Say
Regi.
it.
I'm not gonna do it. But continue your
No,
little
I want
spiel.
SaVon to say it so that we could rewatch this in 5 years and laugh.
Say
He
it.
about
R.
to-
Kelly
he
would
about to say
smoke
Robert.
that nigga.
Oh, I didn't know he was going to say
Performance-wise?
that.
I knew you were gonna say
I
that.
knew
Watch
he-
this.
yeah.
Performance wise? No, not performance wise. Boy was gonna get up there with a cigar.
You said catalog.
Okay, that's fine.
I was speaking of catalog.
Now let's combine it, right?
And then he won't smoke him, but he gonna beat him. He gonna beat him. He not gonna smoke him. He can't smoke. Nobody can smoke Usher.
I'll give you that if you
R.
want to
Kelly
do
gonna
that.
beat
He has,
gonna
R.
beat him.
Kelly's catalog is R. Kelly's catalog. I hear you on that.
It'll be a
believe I
good
can fly.
competition.
Yeah.
It won't.
Like the songs that Chris Brown would put on against Usher, they would sound cute.
No,
They would sound cute
I don't-
versus
I don't
Usher's
think
hits.
so.
They would
I
sound
don't
cute.
I don't think
They
so.
would sound cute.
I think
Like,
They
you
would
guys
sound
know
cute.
I'm not really like the Chris Brown. I don't really cape for Chris Brown like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But I'm not gonna downplay like Run It, Kiss Kiss, Give Me That. Like it's gonna hit
Watch
at
this.
the Super Bowl. Like, halftime.
Does that beat My Way? Does that beat Superstar? Does
No,
that
I'm
beat-
not telling you,
it
Usher
beats
is my number
Way.
one.
My
Usher
way
is
is
What
very
beats My
beatable.
Way?
My way is very beatable.
What beats My Way?
Run it.
Let's see.
This has been the Need to Know podcast.
Run It beats My
What you
Way.
need to know. We can leave right now.
Run It.
Run It was cool.
Run It
was
beats
fire.
Usher's. She likes it.
Yes.
No, it does.
Say goodbye.
Yo, what the fuck?
There's never
Say Goodbye could be
a
something,
time
but it can't
to
be
say
My
goodbye.
Way.
Ain't no way.
Ain't no way. I'm
Hold on, hold on.
thinking
Wall to
about
wall.
it now.
Nah, hell no. Hell no.
Okay.
And hell no. And
Okay,
that's where it gets
all right.
and that's where it gets tough because
Okay.
I think Chris will probably eclipse about 20 joints that we find are his strongest.
Yeah.
And the strongest will still lose to the 20 of Usher's
Oh
strongest.
no, I think like
It's too much.
Usher is my number one.
Yeah,
like,
it's too much.
The undisputed
Is it
king
really?
of R&B. Yes,
Yeah.
I've always, even before his era right now, like he's always been like the undisputed king of R&B for me. But I'm saying just in terms of like a halftime show, I think Chris Brown would put on an amazing show too.
Absolutely. He's a great performer.
But
right?
versus, I don't think it's close. I think Usher's smoking.
Yeah,
versus.
no. And that's what it made me think about, even though I know it's a combination of both, because Usher was going in and out of all of his hits so quickly. And I was getting tight. Because I'm like, damn,
Oh
you
my
only
God.
give some hits
It
5
was
seconds,
literally
but I
9
get
seconds.
it. Because he got so much.
My favorite song, Usher song of all time, is "Bad Girl." He wasn't even on stage for it. Like he
Yo.
was changing into his skates. I was so tight. But
yeah.
I think Hitmaker says No Guidance is better than Bad Girl. How do you feel about that, Reggie?
that's not true.
What
we can
what's
move
he
on.
talking about?
We
It
can
is,
move on.
it is, but I don't think you should compare those two.
My
Oh, you're an Usher hater.
God.
No, I just don't think they like like they don't belong in the same. They have like they're not the same tempo. They're not
yeah,
about the
that's
same.
true.
Like they don't belong in the same conversation.
I'm fine with that.
There's another conversation to be had
What's
between
Chris Brown's
Usher.
"Bad Girl"?
What's Chris
What
Brown's?
y'all know about her?
I don't know.
It's like it's like a sexy song
Oh,
for the
what's
women.
the song? With Lil Wayne.
Deuces?
I can't remember. No, but regardless,
Give me
he
that.
better have one.
Give me that.
Birdman, Jane, this bitch, no
Yeah.
flamingo. We done did everything
Yeah.
but trust these hoes. CB fuck. When a rich nigga want you.
Yeah, that's one of the ones.
No.
But again, I just brought Chris Brown
Loyal?
up because
Loyal.
Loyal is one of the ones. But I just brought Chris Brown up because I feel, and I know he's probably never gonna get the look, but
Yeah, nah,
he
it's cooked
is,
for him.
after
Salute
seeing
to Crystal.
Usher, yeah, for sure.
You're cooked.
After
You my man though. I love Chris. That's my era. It's cooked for you, bro. I love you, man.
Yeah.
Just keep touring. They gonna keep showing up. All that Super Bowl, that Grammy shit, just cooked.
Like the best days are over.
Yeah, it's over. But not musically.
Ah.
For him.
public,
You think musically his days are over, Reggie? What you
I
think?
don't think it's over. Bro.
You think so? Like best? Yeah.
I think the Run It, Give Me That Wall to Wall era. Like I would say that's his best. Kiss Kiss that era.
I'm
That's
gonna be
fair,
honest.
that's fair.
I'm gonna be 1,000% honest, and maybe I'll try to like start the trend. But the NFL cannot be hypocritical of bringing artists on stage when they employ some of the people who create some of the most heinous acts of mankind.
I will get behind the stake.
There
Yes.
was an NFL player, and I'm not going to say his name, but there was an NFL player, very, very prominent, who played for a very long time, who made millions of dollars, who was accused and proven to assault his woman, assault his wife, or ex-girlfriend, whoever she was to him. After abusing her, threw her on a bed full of firearms, and continued to threaten her,
Insanity.
and was back into the league the very next year.
Insanity.
Okay. So with that, the NFL halftime show is not the moral high ground that I'm going to sit here and try to be like, oh, you can't perform because you did X, Y. The NFL forgives.
Does it change?
They forgive.
Does anything change for you that you know that Jay-Z's in charge of that?
No, it doesn't, because I think that should empower somebody like Chris Brown to be on that stage even more. Like, none of the people who get on that stage is perfect. Everybody who gets on that stage has allegations and stories, and everybody's imperfect. So if he deserves it, now I don't know the politics behind doors. I don't know if he even wants to do it. And I understand, like, the NFL will probably feel a way about the outcry if a Chris Brown were to get that type of look.
That's not going to be a smooth ride.
But if niggas stand on business, like I said last week about the Grammys, people standing on business when you have a message, then all right, cool. Don't be hypocritical, because a lot of the NFL players, they got a lot of bullshit too.
And that's a very good point, man.
A lot of bullshit.
I haven't heard anyone talk about that.
And they be on
Reggie's
commercials. They be on commercials smiling. They go to different sports and continue to succeed. They get millions and millions and millions of dollars, get endorsement deals, switch teams, relocate their families, fly under the radar. The NFL ain't innocent in none of that shit. So somebody like a Chris Brown, and the thing that we stick to Chris Brown is something that happened very long ago. This is not a reason to excuse it or to accept it, but at some point, I think she's repented or he's repented for it. She's forgiven him from what we know, and like life has moved on. And I think it's not like these stories are new. These stories are in the past. Mel Gibson still continues to be a leading man in movies after saying, "I hope you get raped by a pack of niggers" on voicemail.
Crazy. The skin tells it all.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My fault.
No, get your shit
I'm
off.
just,
No, actually, I thought you were still going.
That's all
I'm
I
with
got.
you.
I think
I'm with him.
all entertainment is flawed. Every team is
Yeah.
flawed. People behind it are flawed.
Sure.
No.
But I think Chris Brown deserves those kind of looks and opportunities. Like a few years ago, he just got stripped away supposedly of the Michael Jackson tribute on one of the big award shows. I want to say maybe it was like NBC or CBS. One of like the major award shows were going to do a tribute to Michael Jackson. He had rehearsed it.
Yeah, I saw the video.
Yeah, the video was fire, right? Like he was going to perform, and then last minute, because of whatever backlash, they pulled it. Now that may be a little bit more understanding because it's one of the academies and they got sponsors and all that shit. But the NFL, y'all can't try to stand on like now, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, now is not the time to be like, oh, we don't employ like abusers.
The sports leagues in general.
Yeah.
Y'all can't sit there and be like, hey, let's try to pick and choose because y'all are some of the most egregious people on earth. And that's fine.
Yeah. I do feel like a lot of the people that get in trouble that are a part of these leagues, the players, etc., to an extent, if they want to return, and I don't find any of this to be right, I want to be very clear, but just an observation I'm making, they seem to want to play the game. And Chris Brown doesn't strike me as an individual that wants to play the game. Maybe at a point when he was younger, and those accolades probably meant more to him at a time. I could see him maybe making a mistake back then and like, you know what, this is what I have to do. These are the obligations I have to meet. These are the things they want me to show up for in order to even be looked at, referenced for these types of opportunities. This, as we're recording this podcast, bro, I don't know if he's there anymore to even want to play the game into that.
He's like, fuck you guys.
Yeah, I think he's
like,
heavy on that now. Like, yeah.
I don't think he wants to play the game, but I think as the artist that he is, if somebody were to give him a shot, give him a chance, I think he would relish and take the opportunity. Yeah. I don't think he's begging for these type of looks because I think he's secure and he knows who he is, right? Like whenever he gets compared to another artist, his stance is, I'm him. Right. So I think he has the security in who he is as an artist for where he doesn't need the validation or he doesn't seek the validation. But I do believe if somebody came to him and said, hey, I think this would be perfect. You deserve this. Your artistry, your work, your music, whatever, your influence, all of that. Yeah. I think you are worthy of an opportunity like this on a stage like this. I personally don't see him denying it. And I think he's deserving of something like that personally.